Hello everyone, I'm Jai Aldaz together with Bernardo Cordero present the following research topic, Bibliometric Analysis of Web of Science Database STEAM Fields in Engineering and Mathematics Ecuador Case Study. The next please. Thanks. The problem. As for the research problem, we can define the line of bibliometric review in Ecuador within STEM disciplines, that is, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, have not been presented as such with a bibliometric analysis. From this, we can rescue the attached table with the stable art. However, the proposed disciplines are not displayed. Important disciplines for which one of mathematics is considered the multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary science. This science is transcendental or known to group or scientific branch within a study. The mathematics is transcendental. Next, please. Thanks. The information processing, information science, or bibliometric analysis, the latter as the most important term, it was alternative for the study information for one scientific production, no patents, productions such as papers, approved manuscripts, among others. Cited the previous conference, Congreso de Investigación Aplicada a Ciencia de Datos Ecuador, of one of the papers, she can mention the bibliometric was born in 1977 when Dr. Eugene Garfield found the IS Institute for Scientific Information. It was spoken of bibliometric, which in current terms is transformed into bibliometric analysis. Next, please. Thanks. In the table illustrated slide, you can mention the first the KPIs of WOS catalog of the 254 varieties to choose from, and the second, the catalog corresponds to their categorizations. This description is necessary to understand the progress of methodology. Next, please. Thanks again. Objectives. For the all above, we can understand as adjectives. Number 1, seek BA add value of the stable art. Number 2, propose a bibliometric analysis model. Number 3, use tools for exploration, quality, debating, and preparation of data. Preparation of data. Number 4, quantify qualitative and quantitative the research production achieved a wonderful Ecuadorian country for engineering and mathematics. In the other terms, analyze the letters and number for the production in Ecuador. Next, please.
The methodology applied in this bibliometric study take others like Prisma technique, its systematic structure, process-driven approach and modeling, its integrated form, and merge platforms architecture of different databases to get insights from Ecuadorian STEAM fields in engineering and mathematics, starting with F1 with searching criteria based on institutional subscription, being carefully in typing the specific terms to the query, adding 53 categories between engineering and mathematics, and finally making in exclusions. Publication year 2022, categories as humanities, arts, and social science that are not STEM, patents, and any common categories between engineering and mathematics. In F2, it is important to review the amount of data received in terms that could possibly generate errors. In F3, we look after inconsistency between these 6 fields between 2 or more, for example, publication year and author full names. In F4, the quantitative cleaning data will be supported by using Excel spreadsheets and RStudio software in a total of 4,650 records. For the qualitative analysis, VOS Viewer software will display the whole co-authorship networks and maps. in a total of 3,909 to be more precise. Quantitative results. The quantitative results of this research will be discussed below and qualitative results ahead. Starting with publication year field, engineering and mathematics function as a cluster. Prior, in 2013, there was a significant growth. Subsequently, there's an appreciable exponential growth. For engineering, there is a higher prevalence in gold category publications with Creative Commons license, which allows free access to the information, unlike mathematics, where the most representative category is green submitted. In the language field, scientific production is mostly in English, which facilitates its dissemination. Continuing with quantitative results, Pareto's principal operation is in both figures, research areas, and edition also. Emergent citation index is out of relevant output because it's not considered for a journal impact factor absence. The 80% approach of the categories, it corroborates that was established in the USA, computer science constitutes a remarkable category in STEM, giving its involvement in the engineering disciplines and even more so in mathematics. There's 11 categories out of 63. Continuing with quantitative results, articles as the most highest frequency used and preferred by researchers. In author keywords were used instead of keyword plus and a special feature of Web of Science. The co-occurrence of terms as a prelude that the fact that the most of the studies were conducted in Ecuador. For example, machine learning, data mining, simulation as computer science areas of knowledge mainly. Finally, qualitative results. Using the final data set with excluded emergent citation index. Figure number 1, authors like Celery belongs to cluster number 1 with 31 documents and the highest link strength, followed by Zurita that belongs to the cluster number 4 with 12 documents and share the highest link strength. Both are not established in Ecuador. In figure number 2, let's see how Ecuadorian organizations are the most participative collaborators. And in figure number 3, universities as the most outstanding in cluster STEM scientific production in Ecuador. And Escuela Politécnica Nacional on top. Finally, figure number 4, Kurami as the prolific author in terms of other author citations and documentations counted. In the discussion section, some authors refers to literacy growth from 2013 compared to the decade 2000 and 2010. 89% of growth of the indicator number of documents per million of inhabitants the last decade. Despite Ecuador's researching efforts, it's still a gap tendency compared to other countries as Brazil, Mexico, Argentina, Chile, and Colombia. In global terms, Latin America shows a remarkable progress, but is insufficient if compared with developed nations. 2013 as a milestone for the most productive decade to Ecuadorian scientific production. bringing STEAM branches as 53 categories in total, 41 for engineering and 12 for mathematics, even more if we compare with Scopus and Dimensions database.
Thanks. As the first, we can conclude the categories considered for engineering and mathematics are 41 and 12 respectively. Therefore, 42 is not considered the mathematics science. The area of operation research is owed to both cause of which reason it is excluded. Additionally, the research area field, it is considered the most relevant within some most categories, and sits crucial within research. It is a product of mentioned to use Postweaver and Excel spreadsheet and means analysis for what quality and quantity research. It is a word I mentioned STEM is predominant within the science in Ecuador. Next, please. Thank you. This study is necessary of the further research because the model is suitable for replication of which can visualize below. Yes, and it's important for the point of other authors, other co-authors, and cooperate with me or Bernardo. The next slide is the reference, and the reference of the use in this dissertation. Next, please. Acknowledge. For me, Jair and Bernardo, is very important for participants of this opportunity. Thanks of Sid, thanks all equipe on community and the person with helping me. And the principal knowledge is a good for the biggest opportunity, the Onofre family, my family, and other authors, Nestor Montalban, Lady Bravo Montero. The second point of this slide is inviting of you search and follow in my LinkedIn of Google Scholar profile. Muchas gracias.